All right, I'm making this video here just so you guys can see. I'm gonna go over a few things that happened over the past week. Okay, so I was planning on the perps already know this. I was planning on purchasing a PC. That's right. So what happens? Oh, quite simple. Turns out the card won't even let me make an on. The card that I have won't even let me make an online purchase. Yeah, that's right. That's the first thing. Second thing, not only can I not make an online purchase with it, I went out, the funds were on there and I verified that they were on there and it was purchase approved and everything and I still have the receipts to prove it. So I use Amazon gift cards to try to get the items which I was planning on purchasing, right? This is what I was talking about when I was telling people not to use Amazon because they're full of crap. I wasn't joking about that. Unfortunately with my situation, I had did what I could to try to, get it. But I'm telling you, they're doing this crap that you're seeing right here. It's being done on purpose. There is no coincidences with this at all. So, I tried to, place the order at first. And for some reason, it kept going back to, place order, kept going back to place order each and every time the screen would load up whenever I push it, right? Again, instances of hacking. So I use the gift cards and I make a different account. I do make a whole new account, never been used. So I upload the gift card balances. I use that. Once again, I have the receipts for this. And coincidentally enough, Amazon sends me this to, yesterday, and I'm only just now seeing it. Hello, we have canceled your order and voided your current gift card balance. We have taken these actions because you are in attempting to use Amazon gift cards that are in violation of our terms and conditions. We cannot reissue the gift card or reimburse you for these funds. If this activity continues, we may take permanent action on your account, meaning they're threatening to basically terminate the account itself. So they basically just stole my money and they terminated my order. People don't use Amazon anymore because they're full of crap. They just don't. Just do yourself. And I'm telling you, you should know why they're doing this. And I know other fellow TIs know why they would do something like that. They don't want you coming up with any way to making money. They don't want you to make any type of living for yourself. They don't want that. They don't. People, that was $150. No, I take that back. That was $190. $190, damn near $200 right there. Just boom, down the drain. Over. So I hope this. It's not gonna matter even if I contact them because they know. They know it's bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit, man. The whole thing is bullshit. That's just what it is. So you may be wondering what the next action is. Oh, simple. Kick them the fuck off the phone immediately. Because here's the deal, and here's two instances of where this has happened. My brother's most likely responsible for this hacking situation that's going on since, well, his perp phone got latched onto this, as well as some other stranger's phone as well. So I'm gonna be kicking their asses off of this as soon as today when I make the time for it. But yeah, dude, I can't make this any more obvious than it is. I told people not to, don't use it because of this situation because I was warning people and yeah, dude, just don't. Just don't. I'm telling you, don't. Save yourself the time. If you're gonna go anywhere to get some equipment, I don't know. I don't know what to say in a situation like this, but you can't trust online purchases because I'm telling you, everything is just set up and immediately just structured to go against you whenever you try to better yourself in any kind of way. They won't let you do it. They won't. They just won't let you do it. Now, am I upset? No, not at all, because I knew that I knew about this. I knew this was the situation, and I just wanted confirmation. I wanted actual proof of this happening, and I got my proof. So, people, don't, this is my warning to other fellow TIs. Don't waste your money on Amazon anymore. And I don't even think any other online services could be trusted either. I don't think none of them. I don't believe that AliExpress can be trusted. I don't believe it. Amazon can be trusted. I don't believe any of these online services can be trusted. I don't believe it at all. I just don't. If they're pulling stunts like this, then it's pretty obvious, you need to everybody needs to just cut them the hell off, because at this point, you never know. If they're doing it to somebody, they're going to eventually do it to you too. It's a huge possibility. So, that's it in a nutshell for that one. It's not that I can't still get the equipment needed. I'm gonna figure something out. But as you know, don't use a phone. Don't use any kind of, if you're planning on going out to get something, planning on going out to do something, don't use a damn phone, because as soon as you do, they're going to see where you're going and they're going to get there before you. And what are they going to do? They're going to fuck with it. They're going to F with it beforehand. Okay? This is what you do. You get into a town, you go to a town, and, you go into a town, and then you just, you look for it while you're in there. Make sure you got some surveillance equipment on you too, because, dude, these people are like cockroaches, man. They're everywhere, and they're doing everything to basically fuck with you. They really are. So this is happening because I'm off grid. Like, I'm not in the cities or anything like that. Like, screw that. I would rather live off the land than to go back into the cities. And I'm not joking. I'm dead serious about that. Forget going back into the cities to work. Screw that. I did that before. And since that last job, I've never went for another job since. Being poisoned like that. If you can't, don't even bring a lunch to you. If you're still working at a, establishment, don't bring a lunch. No, they will fuck with that too. They will. Now, this is probably done just to get a reaction out of me, but, I expected this. I really did. I knew it was gonna, I knew since they were fucking with it the first time, that they were gonna keep doing it. I knew it. But, yeah. So, my next plan is quite simple. You see, the reason why they're constantly able to fuck with your device is because you never change your IMEI number. If you have an untraceable IMEI number, then they can't really know who's who, really. They won't know because, well, this mostly benefits you in the city, but like if you're like, in a random area, then they'll see that too, and they'll say, oh, well, like that's who that is. So one way to fuck with them back is to constantly change your IMEI number, because each time you change it, they will have to re-enter their shit each and every time. They got to put it, so make them do the work. Make them do some work and in regards to what you're going through. Because I know if they're effing with me like this, they're clearly effing with other TIs the same way. They didn't want me getting out of the city. They really didn't. But I managed to. They used my brother to try to stall me as much as they could. Didn't work. I tried to use him to get information out of me. Didn't work. They even tried setting me up several times as I was leaving out of the city. Several times. And I've got all that documented. It still didn't work. So, my plan still remains the same. I'm going to go about maybe a whole or 2 weeks. No electronic devices at all, not using any of them, especially not a cell phone. If you didn't know, and this is for everybody's sake, they want you to be addicted to using a cell phone because these things project radiation from them. They have this thing where they project radiation out of their, out of the system. It can occur, over time. Then you have Project Blue being built into the phone through the blue hues of, if you color your screen. Basically the brightness. If not that, then in fact, I'm pretty certain you can probably see the blue hue there. So let me just oh, that's right, I gotta put that in. I'll hold off on that. But anyway, If not just that, did you know that your phone basically blasts high dangerous amounts of EMF as you do certain functions to your phone? You could get a text, boom, EMF. You could play a video, boom, large amounts of EMF. You could play music, same thing. So what happens when you go through a whole 2 weeks without using a phone? Not being hit with those, and you just leave it off the entire time for a week or two. I remember a fellow target individual. She was talking about like when that happens, it really f's with the calibration of their weaponized systems. And technically, and you got to see how this is. You got to see through the deception here. You see, they f with stuff to try to get me addicted to try to mess with it. You see how that is. They'll mess with it in hopes that I will mess with it again, trying to being hopeful to fix it, being hopeful to do something with it, something like that. But you see, don't play the game. Don't fall for this illusion. Don't fall for the trap. You immediately stop. Pull the brakes. Don't use it. Turn it off. Turn it off. Don't use it. That's what you do. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to correct it. Just cut it off. Turn it off and move. Go on and, do something else with your life. Do something else with your day. Read a book. Do something like that. Do something other productive than use a device. Because I'm telling you, like, that's just, the more and more you keep effing with it, they're going to F with it back to get a reaction out of you. This is why they don't give a damn about materialistic stuff, people. They got more than enough money to get plenty of the stuff that they want. What they want is reactions out of you. They want reactions out of you to get you pent up, to get you upset and agitated. And a lot of this stuff gives them art and data. Don't respond to their crap. Don't give them anything. Leave them with nothing. Don't give them a damn thing. So many TIs out there, man. Don't realize the significance of this whole thing that's going on. Don't fall for this stuff that they do. You see, when you pay them attention, they want that attention. This is the whole point why the whole gaslighting shit is a show. It's a show they want you to pay attention to, but what you don't realize is that they want you to pay attention to that, because that stuff is synchronized to basically program you. It's programming you to think in a certain type of perspective. You don't want slave mentality, I tell you that much. You don't want victim mentality either. And I know a lot of TIs have been assaulted in many different ways, electronically, some physically. But you see, a lot of that is aimed towards giving you a victim-like mentality. You don't want a victim mentality. You want a mentality of strength, of bravery, to be able to face the darkness for what it is. You can be afraid, but you must be strong. You got to be strong. I'm telling you right now, this whole economy thing is fucked. Any type of job out there is going to be down the drain within the next couple of months. That's any kind of job. I'm well aware of that. They can't leave, anything stable at all with what they're planning. It's just not possible. It wouldn't work. I'm going to hang on as much as I can, do what I can to survive, but I tell you one thing, though. I can only imagine the punishment God's going to give them when it's their time. And this is why they're getting desperate. You got to really think about it from this perspective, too. Really look at it from this, from a spiritual point of view. You see all of this money they're paying these people to do this mess? and you see that this so happens to be Satan is running the show of this mess that's going on, this crap that's happening. Think about it. They do all of this to try to, harvest people's souls. They put all of that, all of that crap out there that confuses people, lead them astray, get them in a position to where they don't know what's really right from wrong. And you only know certain bits and pieces, but you don't even know like the reality of it. Did you know that the names of the days of the week are actually really, hidden praise to, devil like deities? Of course you didn't. Did you know that the Jordan symbol, the Jordan shoes, is actually symbolic towards the pyramid? The pyramid, the of the all seeing eye. Of course you didn't. Did you know Adidas was the same thing? The same, the same pyramid crap too. A lot of this stuff that they got going on, and even Nike is related to the whole Saturn worshiping thing. It's a whole bunch of hidden stuff that they got that is in correlation towards trying to steal your soul. All of this money being spent, all of this effort going into all of this programming and stuff like that that's happening is all to steal your soul. So you need to really ask yourself what is worth way more than anything that you ever have known, and that is your very soul. This is why they're so desperate to steal it. This is why they're so desperate to get it. There's nothing, I don't give a damn what the hell they invent, what the hell they come up with, what type of technology they got, how much money they have. I don't give a damn how much any of that, man. It will never, ever outworth a soul. It will never do that. Your soul is your actual spiritual existence, your actual spiritual being. And you got to really you got to really think which deity are you really afraid of? Are you afraid of a deity that's just looking to just torment you but cannot really destroy you? Or are you afraid of a deity that can actually both destroy, both the physical body and erase your spiritual identity and existence? I think I would fear God because God has that ability. The devil basically swallows you, pretty much devours you in a way, tortures you, feeds off your energy. That's why you see those energy vampires out there so much, and what they're doing. Nothing in this world is worth your soul. But we got people out there who are so afraid of the truth, so terrified, and these are random citizens too, so terrified of the reality for what it is that they side with evil just to think that they're living normal. That is not normal. That is a sham. That is a counterfeited reality. That is nothing more than a falsified reality put out there to just ease the masses so that they don't see what's really out there. They see half the crap that we've seen, they would be fucking terrified. They would. They would be immediately terrified, man. Not knowing what's really out there, what's really going on. And God said it himself. Or was it? It was either God or Jesus that said it. He said, well, biggest thing that seems to plague his people the most is lack of information. Oh, yeah. Lack of information. So in this case, I've long since been fed up with the government and their bullshit. I long since have. I don't see myself, I don't mind working a job, but not in the city. No, absolutely not. And I believe any other fellow target individual would agree with that 100%. I mean, have you seen what's been going? I mean, if to the people who don't know, I mean, have you seen what's been happening lately? Like, really? Yeah, man. You got to be careful because they do hear everything through your phone. They will look through your cameras if you don't have them covered. They will. Um, so much and so forth too. it's really best just to be very spontaneous when it comes to like shopping or going out to get something, because if it's something you pre-planned, then they already, they already know, especially if you look through it through a phone. They know. So they're going to basically, go as far as to F with that something. Here's the thing. I've documented everything that's happened so far. I have. And I'm like, something? They wouldn't just let me get these because they've prevented me from getting the gift cards before. They have done it. So if they're not doing it then clearly there's something else happening here, right? So I'll go out there. Naturally, there's go out there where I pick up the gift cards. Naturally, there's a perp outside. There is. There's a dude giving the signals and shit right outside the front door. Oh yeah, not a worker, but a regular, just a regular citizen out there. So I go and make the purchases again. The receipt says how. So I mean, I don't get it. I paid actual cash for this, actual well, not cash, but I paid actual money for this stuff. So I don't. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You want to know why they do that? It's because they want you in the cities. They want to be able to F with you in the cities. They do this to prevent you from having the ability from staying out of the cities. You gotta break your addictions and connections to this technology that they came out with. You have to break that. Once you start breaking these barriers, and I gotta admit, they actually did me a favor. When I had my PS4, they started effing with that. I wasn't able to play it. But little did they know that that was breaking the cycle of addiction that I had towards that system. And eventually, get this, they actually had the nerve, it's a constant thing like PS4, PS4, PS4. And I'm like, this is some programmable bullshit. This crap is some programmable bullshit. It's always been a programmable bullshit. You think I'm gonna try to go out there and get the new system? Screw that. No. Mm-mm. Hell no. Let me tell you something. My family is Perts, but I overheard one of my aunt saying something, and I'm like, wow. I don't think she'll ever see people, changing everybody. And it's because of that people blind themselves. They don't see that other people can change. They don't see that. And by doing that, you actually become a fool yourself. And that's to anybody, including myself. That applies to me too. But I believe everybody can change. I believe everybody has that ability. The only problem is you have a choice. Do you want to change or do you not want to change? That's the end game on that. And in the end, the way I see it, you know, if I'm changing anything, I want to change stuff around for the better, not in any way, in shape or form, doing any kind of harm to anybody. As far as I know, this program does too much harm to people, so having anything to deal with them, it's not benefit. And in the end, we have to, we're at that point to where we really have to pay attention to the scriptures and really do the research on the religion stuff because they have really effed with that. You know, as far as this stuff goes, you don't want stuff chained down, but at the same time, you don't want to be, in that point of where you're doing something that's technically against what the Most High, says, and you don't want to be in that position. This is why I don't wear Nike. This is why I don't wear Jordan. This is why I don't wear Adidas. This is why I don't even, with anything like that I've had, I've thrown that shit away. I've thrown all that crap away in the garbage where it belongs. And I have no desire of putting any crap like that back on. You want to know what happened when I went over to my aunt's place last time? My cousin tried handing me some clothes, saying, "Here, you can have these, man." He wears stuff that has all that symbolic crap on it. My brother wears a whole bunch of stuff that has that symbolic, that satanic crap on it. Do they know? I don't know. One of the things that the Bible says is that, Jesus was coming down with the sword to basically, you know, sever the good from the bad when it comes to the families and individuals and whatnot. I don't know what's in store for next month, but I can tell it's going to get way, way bad than it's already been. I just have a gut feeling about that. But man, if you still like using electronic stuff, they're gonna f with it. You know, they're gonna do that to get to you. They don't give a damn about your possessions. They don't give a damn about your things. And this is why I warn TIs. They do this to feed off your energy. They do it to piss you off. Why? Because if you're pissed off, you are releasing a large amounts of energy. If you're upset, you're releasing a large amount of energy. And they want it to be negative energy too. They never want it to be positive energy because they can't steal positive energy. I believe positive energy heals the individual. On negativity, not only damages the individual, but also, ejects the individual's energy. Positive energy attracts, negative energy repels. What I mean by repels, I don't mean repel something. I'm talking about it repels itself away from where it's coming from, the source. And you yourself as an individual is the source. This is why I built the positive energy generator. As much stuff has happened to me over these past few days and years since I built this thing, you know, it's helped me stay in check into a certain perspective as much as possible. Even as harsh as stuff can get, it has helped me out quite a bit. I guess I should basically talk about a little bit about AI. Um, People who don't know about AI, I'm gonna tell you something. If you are laced with this nanotech crap that they poison people with, and I'm talking about the active type, not the unactive type. The unactive stuff is the stuff of which they're spraying out there, but the active type is where it's something that they literally poison you with directly, which they did me, and as well as many other target individuals out there. Okay, AI works in a way of where it triggers direct implantation of thought. It could also be, in correlation to forced speech. And when you get that itchy sensation, like whenever like they're doing something, that's the trigger reaction to where it gives RNM data to the AI computer system that is basically linked to you via nanotech. Now, you don't use a phone for about 2 weeks, they can't calibrate a damn thing, even with the nanotech on your systems. Think about it. EMF constantly being shot into your body, around your body. Radiation from a phone constantly being, completely it's a supportive generator. Did you know your body has the capabilities of actually ejecting this crap out of your system on its own? Yeah. It can't stay in your body. No, absolutely not. No radiation. None of that. It can't stay there. This is why they created the smartphones. They wanted people to be addicted to them so that they would keep using them so they can keep programming them. Keep them turned on. Keep them programmed, man. That's what it all was. That's what it all is. So, starting today, I believe I'm gonna take a break from this thing. I mean, I'm not gonna use it. I will let other people know, taking a break for a whole week just to see the end results because I do have Shungite here. And Shungite actually is supposed to deal with those EMFs, that negative energy. Yeah, it's supposed to detoxify it. So you got to ask yourself, even if you ground, even if you do all of that stuff, like get yourself reattuned to Earth's energy, that phone, that device, even if it's not a phone, if it's even a tablet, an iPod, anything like that, man, it's gonna have the same effects. The headphones, radiation comes from the damn speakers. This is the problem I've been having with the Rife Belt for quite some time. It works, but the problem is that the radiation. There's a right frequency that that removes radiation from cells, right? But what do you got to do? If you're wearing headphones, you're using something that is putting radiation on you. You see the reverse effect there? You're taking something, you're trying to eject something out of your system while it's putting something back into your system. That's the dilemma right there, man. Aloe vera absorbs radiation, and natural dry, no, not natural seaweed, detoxifies radiation. Those are the two main things that is a TI's best friend right there. Um, as far as anything else is concerned, at this point, I said I was done with Amazon, but as of right now, like I'm officially done with them. Like this, and I'm officially done shopping online in general. It's just not gonna happen. Just no, no. I highly advise other TIs, just to get used to that because they're gonna if they're doing this to me, they're gonna do it to somebody else. And of course, if they don't do it to you, it doesn't mean that they can't. They will if they choose to do so, they will. So again, and I'm calling this for what it is. This is a desperate attempt to get me to go into the city. What happens in the city? Well, maybe if you want to know, talk to a couple of target individuals. They'll tell you. This is where camera glasses come in handy. All that psyop crap that they do, all that gang stalking. I tend not to pay attention to it because the whole point about it is that they want you to see it. In fact, I need to get myself a newspaper because if I ever find myself, sitting down somewhere, I just, in public, I just pop that thing open. Don't even have to see jack crap. But if you're not paying attention to what they're doing, they send these idiots towards you to F with you. But the minute they put their hands on you, oh, this is why you need protective equipment. You well within your right to basically basically pepper spray the crap out of that person if they putting their hands on you. I don't give a fuck how much they paying you. You do something like that, that's your ass right there. Remember, it doesn't matter how strong a person is. Anybody, and I do mean anybody, can feel pain. Um, the AI systems are also meant to keep the target in a perpetual way of constant repeating of repetitiveness. So if you ever feel like you've already talked about something and it's coming back, they're using that forcified speech, stop yourself from doing it because yeah, that's bad. I need to listen to some of my frequencies that I haven't used in a few days, and it's been pretty bad since I've stopped. I did take a break, but now it's about time I start back again. But I guess that will require me to use the phone. However, not exactly. I can actually change that up to where I don't have to use the phone. But that's about it. I don't know what's going on with other fellow TIs out there. What I said before still stands again. Get out of the cities while you can. I can only I can only warn you, but you don't want to be around what they're doing because I'm telling you, and what I've suspected has already started. Since I've been out here in Texas, even going as far back as the motel I was staying in, there's been constant Amber Alerts all over the place. There has constant Amber Alerts here and there and all over the place, man. There have been people talking about like constant kidnappings happening around. They're going after the kids, if you're wondering. They're going after your children. They are. I don't know. Anybody who's stupid enough to send their kid to the schools with what's going on is a damn idiot. And especially if you know what's going on, there's no excuse. You're gonna have to pay for that, for sending your own child into the slaughterhouse especially after you know what was going on. So, to the parents who see this, don't send your kids to them damn schools. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't. If you really love your children, do not send them there. Don't. I'm not even having any damn kids myself because first off, not only are they trying to program people, which is also already a problem, and they're also trying to pass these insane laws that are completely unethical. It it just gets so damn crazy. These same people have been out there notoriously doing this crap, and they're still there. Insane, just insane. It's insane amount around the amount of corruption that's out there, man. It is. But people, don't travel alone. Don't do that. If you have a family, keep your kids close to you. Okay. TIs, you really need to detox that stuff out of your system. Other channels, I've had playlists that you can use to also help you fight against this. Remember, raising your spiritual vibrations, and I need to do that myself, helps you combat this technology. It gives you more of a resistance to the programming. I don't know about the sun gazing thing. I've tried that like several times, so I don't know. But there's one thing I do know about it. They're spraying that stuff in the air. You're looking straight up, but I don't know. The sun's supposed to be a natural thing, but then you got the sun simulators out there. It's crazy. Um, they haven't just been kidnapping the kids; they've also been kidnapping women as well, women and children lately. Um, I can only, I don't know why the news is not talking about this. I don't know why, but as you know, you can't trust the beast media for anything. So don't be surprised if there's something going on that they're not talking about, and it's currently becoming a growing issue. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be the only time I'm gonna mention this in this video right here. They got this technology in these schools, okay? They rolled this stuff out. This is why they had all this, had everybody indoors. They had everybody in their homes because they were installing this crap in the schools and through the whole tri-state area. People were mentioning about something, about the satanic calendar. What these Satanist bastards who are, paying all this money to have all this crap happen. And one of these things was a very questionable scenario that just so happens to take place during the month of October. And I'm hearing other people mentioning saying they want the kids in the schools because they're gonna turn that crap on while the kids are in the schools. That whole 5G mess. They're gonna turn that on, and while that's turned on, they're going to use that as an excuse saying, oh, well, like all these, you see what's happening? These kids are coming into school sick. So we got to quarantine them. And since they came from the homes, that means the family back at the homes must be sick too. So we got to quarantine them as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what they are planning. This is why I'm saying get the hell out of the city while you can. Get out of there. I don't care what you got to do. Get out of there. Get the gear you need to live off grid. Okay? F all that regulational bull BS that they got going on because it's nothing but a damn scam of taxation to steal more and more funds from people. You shouldn't have to freaking pay for licensing to own a firearm. You shouldn't have to pay for licensing to freaking fish. Okay, that's surviving off the land. That shouldn't be a law or regulation to surviving off the land. Screw that. Fuck that, man. Screw all of that. That shouldn't be. And this is the other thing I've been fed up with. These laws and these regulations are some of them make sense, but you see they use stuff that makes sense to pass stuff that doesn't make sense. And then you start to see what this is. This isn't to protect you. This is to enslave you, to control you like a damn robot. That's the only time I'm going to give out this warning on this channel, everybody. I hope those who are awake and aware, if you got kids, don't send them to the schools and get the hell out of the city. I'm telling you, because some of these idiots saying, "Oh, I'm not afraid to go to jail" and stuff like that. Well, what's stopping them? You know, if they get you in there, what's stopping them from strapping you down and injecting you with that stuff? You know, what's stopping them from doing that? This is why they want the actual criminals that are in the prisons. This is why they're releasing them to access room in those prison cells. And since these criminals were eating the food in those prison cells, you think they weren't injecting them with some stuff through their food? Come on, man. Come on, dude. You know damn well they poison those guys. You know damn well they poison them with that nanotech. Something. So since they got them, they can now release them out into the streets. And they want to basically bring people in who are not yet laced with the active nano or laced with with these injections that they're giving. I actually fear for those kids that they are taken away. I do. Because chances are they getting vaccinated. There's a big chance of that. A really big chance. And it's very unfair. Anybody bearing kids into a world like this, man. They don't know what the hell's going on. They have no way of knowing. No way of knowing at all. It's unfair that people are being programmed against their own will. They're not even having the freedom of damn choice of who they want to be, what they want to do with their own damn life. And you got these assholes out there who don't give two craps about anybody. They just want to control everything. They don't want to let people just live in peace. They won't let that happen unless you stop them for good. Put an end to this corruption. Put an end to this madness. And finally, put a close to this chapter and make damn certain it doesn't happen again. Because I get the feeling that they had witch hunts way back when, a long time ago, for a good damn reason. Now look what happened when the witch hunts stopped. I get the feeling, because they had stuff that were like they banished secret societies, even farther back they did the witch hunts and stuff like that. When it came to a lot of this blasphemous stuff, like people doing this ritualistic crap, they hunted people like that down for a reason. And now when you see, when that stuff is just left to be as it is, you see the end game of the corruption that exists. You see how bad it gets. I'm finding damn hard against this technology, but it is not easy. And I believe any other fellow target individual will say the exact same thing. They would all say the same thing. I'm ending this video here. I definitely got to take a break from using this stupid phone. I think after today, I'll probably do that. But as far as everything else, man, like that's, you just got to keep it like that. You got to, really take breaks from using this electronic stuff because it's technically designed to kill you. I know Zacchaeus was talking about these things use something known as dead tone technology. So, think about it. That's something that's being streamed through everybody's phones. Everyone's. Including the perps. Which I still yet to not understand, why do they work for an organization like this when they openly say, we don't want these types of people alive. We just wanted to have our kinds of people out there, and these certain types of people have to have a certain type of IQ. Yet you see people going out there, doing some of the most dumbest things, and I'm like, something, I don't believe there's no amount of money. But then again, you never know. I don't believe people would just just unconditionally do this type of stuff. I don't believe so at all. I believe it's a mixture of both greed and a mixture of manipulation, all wrapped into one single package. I don't believe that these people who do this stuff, who purpose, have control over themselves. I don't believe so at all. I just don't. Not at all. To all individuals, I send both my love and my care out to all of you. As you already know, if you have pets, you better be damn sure to basically protect them, because these perps do go after pets. They really do. If you got kids, if you got a wife, do your damn hardest to protect them both, because stuff is getting crazier. And I guarantee you, by next month, and we're approaching it fast, it's going to get even worse. Much worse than it's ever been. As always, stay safe and stay as strong as you can out there.